Hello students. So now the second video of first chapter, The Summer of Beautiful White Horse, page number 3. First para we are going to start. Now we have already read in the previous video that Murad came with a horse and he had come to invite Aram for the ride. Though Aram was thinking that Murad cannot purchase the horse because we all belong to poor families. We all are very poor. So it means this is a confirmed thing that Murad has stolen the horse. But then he convinced himself, saying or thinking that the stealing the horse for uh, money should be taken as stealing. But if somebody has stolen the horse just for a ride, it should not be taken as stealing. So that's why now he himself got ready to take a ride. That year we lived at the edge of town on Walnut Avenue. Behind our house was a country. Country means open area, green area, village kind of area. Vineyards, orchards, irrigation ditches, the country roads. In less than 3 minutes, we were on Olive Avenue, and then the horse began to trot. Trot means running, though not very fast, but running. The air was new and lovely to breathe. The feel of the horse running was wonderful. My cousin Murad, who was considered one of the craziest members of our family, began to sing. I mean, he began to roar. So it shows that Murad was enjoying this horse riding. That's why he started singing also. Every family has a crazy streak in it somewhere. He says, first of all, my cousin Murad, he was always considered by everybody as the craziest member. And now, this para, next two paras actually talk about some other member of the same tribe who was also very crazy. Okay, so you may get separate question on this personality. Okay, on this family member who was considered crazy. Every family has a crazy streak in it somewhere, and my cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant of the crazy streak in our tribe. Before him was our uncle Khosrow. So this name underline. So this person was Khosrow. This uncle was Khosrow, who was considered as the crazy person, and many times many people, would say that this Murad has taken this crazy streak from his uncle only. An enormous, this Uncle Khosrow, an enormous man with a powerful head of black hair and the largest mustache in San Joaquin Valley. So in that area, he was having the largest mustache. A man so furious in temper, so irritable, so impatient. So underline all these words. This uncle's personality. He was furious in temper, so irritable, so impatient that he stopped anyone from talking by roaring. Means he would never talk. Okay, for him talking would be just roaring only. Means he would talk very loudly. He was very irritable personality, and he was having, he was a man with short temper. Okay, it is no harm, pay no attention to it. So this was his favorite line. Okay, that was all, no matter what anybody happened to be talking about. Once it was his own son, Arak, running 8 blocks to the barber's shop where his father was having his mustache trimmed, to tell him their house was on fire. This man, Kostov, sat up in the chair and wrote, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." The barber said, "But the boy says your house is on fire." So Kostov wrote, "Enough, it is no harm, I say." Now this is one of the example that one day his own house was on fire and his son only ran him to inform about this fire, but even then he was having his favorite line, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." And then the barber thought that maybe Khosrow did not understand what his son is trying to say, so he said, "Actually your son is saying that your house is on fire." But even then he said, "No harm, pay no attention to it. So this kind of craziness this Khosrow is having, and people say that Murad has maybe taken the same craziness from his uncle. My uncle Murad was considered the natural descendant of this man, my cousin Murad. Okay, he is just like Uncle Khosrow. Although Murad's father was Zorab, who was practical and nothing else. Though Murad's father is very practical man, but Murad maybe has taken this special, characteristic from his uncle only. That's how it was in our tribe. A man could be the father of his son's flesh, but that did not mean that he was also the father of his spirit. Actually, this is not only in this tribe, this is always everywhere. It's not necessary that you will take all the features, all the characteristics from your parents only. Sometime, you might have heard people saying that yes, his eyes are like his uncle's eyes, his face, cut is like uh, the cousin only, okay, or like his maternal uncle. It's not that every time you will get each and everything from your mother or father only. Sometimes your face resembles to your uncle, or your some habit is like your uncle. So this way he says, actually in our tribe it was not like that, that if you are a son of a particular person, then your all the habits will be like your father only. Sometimes you are like your uncle only. Okay, though Aram says this was there in the tribe, but maybe this is a fact with each and every tribe, with each and every nation also, we can say. The distribution of the various kind of spirit in our tribe had been from the beginning capricious and vagrant. Capricious we can say, which can change suddenly, change easily, or and vagrant means which is wandering here and there. Actually, this happen. This is not only for this tribe, but this is what Aram feels, that yes, in our tribe, the habits can change from one person to another. Means it's not necessary that father's habit will come to the son only. Maybe this one Mr. A's habit can go to Mr. B's son also. Okay, this way he's trying to say that my cousin Murad had taken this particular streak, that crazy streak, from his uncle only. So now these two boys, they are riding the horse, they are enjoying this riding. We rode and my cousin Murad sang. For all anybody knew, we were still in the old country, where at least according to some of our neighbors we belonged. We let the horse run as long as it felt like running. At last, my cousin Murad said, "Get down, I want to ride alone." "Will you let me ride alone?" I asked. "That is up to the horse," my cousin said. "Get down. The horse will let me ride," I said. "We shall see," he said. "Don't forget that I have a way with a horse." Okay, underline this, I have a way with a horse. What does it mean? Means I have a particular talent to handle the horses. This is what Murad said. Actually, Murad, after some time, Murad said, "Okay, now you get down. I want to take the ride all alone." And here Aram said, "Then after that, okay, you are taking the ride all alone. Then after that, give me also this chance." He said, "It's up to the horse only, because I know how to handle the horses. Okay, that's why the horse allows me to take a ride. We will see if the horse allows you also, then you can also take a ride. But right now, you get down." "All right," I said, "but remember, you have got to let me try to ride alone." I got down and my cousin Murad kicked his heels into the horse and shouted, "Wazire." Okay, underline this. It means this is the name of the horse. He kicked his heels into the horse and he took his name. Okay, he called him Wazire. "Run!" The horse stood on its hind. Hind means the back, the rear. Hind legs snorted and burst into a fury of speed. That was the loveliest thing I had ever seen. So now, earlier it was trotting only, slow running, now very fast running. Okay, now the horse started running very, very fast. My cousin Murad raced the horse across a field of dry grass to an irrigation ditch, crossed the ditch on the horse, and 5 minutes later returned dripping wet. So, though he took only 5 minutes, but he took a very long ride because the horse was very speedy. So, that's why within 5 minutes he had maybe covered most of the area. And now he came back. The sun was coming up. If you remember, this cousin Murad, he had come to take Aram before even sunrise. And now maybe sun was about to come. Now it's my turn to ride, I said. My cousin Murad got off the horse. Right, he said. I said, okay, no problem. If he allows you, you can also take a ride. I leaped to the back of the horse and for a moment knew the most awful fear imaginable. The horse did not move. He said, though I was imagining that maybe when I would try to ride alone, the horse may not allow me. The same thing happened. The horse did not even move. Kick into his muscles, my cousin Murad said. Now he only told how to make the horse run. So he said, you kick into his muscles. What are you waiting for? We have got to take him back before everybody in the world is up and about. I kicked into the muscles of the horse. Once again, it reared and snorted. Then it began to run. I didn't know what to do. Instead of running across the field to the irrigation ditch, the horse ran down the road to the vineyard of Dikram Halabian, where it began to leap over vines. The horse leaped over 7 vines before I fell. Then it continued running. Actually, because he was riding on the horse for the first time, he did not know how to control the horse. So the horse entered into the vineyard. Okay, and he maybe destroyed that person's, you can say, plants. And then this Aram, he fell down, but even then the horse did not stop. He kept on running. My cousin Murad came running down the road. I'm not worried about you, he shouted. We have got to get that horse. You go this way and I will go this way. If you come upon him, be kindly, I will be near. So now both the boys started searching for the horse. I continued down the road and my cousin Murad went across the field toward the irrigation ditch. It took him. What is irrigation ditch? Actually, irrigation ditch is where village people they collect water for irrigation. That is irrigation ditch. It took him half an hour to find the horse and bring him back. So within half an hour they were able to search for the horse, and now Murad he brought the horse back. All right, he said, jump on. The whole world is awake now. Now Murad said, now come, because we are to take back the horse to its place. What will we do? I said. Well, he said, we will either take him back or hide him until tomorrow morning. He said, let's see, because now everybody is already awake. Okay, it's already the day. So we will see if we can take back this horse to its original place. Otherwise, we will have to hide the horse for at least this day. Because tomorrow morning only when everybody is sleeping, then only we can take it back to its original place. This is what Murad said. But telling this, he did not sound worried, and I knew he would hide him and not take him back, not for a while at any rate. So, because he was not worried that yes, now what will happen, we are already late. No, Murad was not worried. And that's why Aram said, I knew it very well, that Murad will not take him to its original place, rather he would hide him. Where will we hide him? I said. So ultimately he asked, okay, I know you are going to hide him, but where are you going to hide this horse? I know a place, he said. How long did you steal this horse? I said. Now this Murad said, I know a place where we can hide the horse. Once again, Aram knew that yes, it means this horse he had been maybe hiding, okay, earlier also. That's why he's not worried, he's not searching for a place. Rather he said, I know a place, don't worry. So that's why he once again he asked that how long ago, okay, तुमने कब इसको चुराया, कितने दिन पहले, how long ago did you steal this horse? I said. It suddenly dawned on me that he had been taking these early morning rides for some time and had come for me this morning only because he knew how much I longed to ride. He said, because suddenly I realized that this cannot be the first morning only when he is riding the horse. He might be riding the horse for the last many, many days. It's another thing that today only he has come to invite me, because now only he might have realized that I also always loved horses. But this is sure that he had been taking these early morning rides for the last many, many days. Okay, and that's why he asked now directly about stealing. Who said anything about stealing a horse? He said. But Murad said, who said that I have stolen this horse? Anyhow, I said, how long ago did you begin riding early morning? But then Aram again changed his question, but he asked the same thing. He said, but For the last how many days you are taking these early morning rides? I know this is not the first day, because now it was confirmed that it means Murad has been riding the horse for the last many days. That's why he's not worried where to hide the horse. Not until this morning, he said. But again, Murad said, only this morning. Okay, it's not that earlier also I have taken the rides. No, never. Are you telling the truth? I said, of course not. But Aram said, okay, are you telling the truth? That this is the morning when you have started taking ride? And Murad said, no, I'm not telling the truth. But if we are found out, that's what you are to say. I don't want both of us to be liars. All you know is that we started riding this morning. He said, though I'm not telling the truth, but I want you to know this only. Because if we are caught, naturally I will be telling this thing only, that today only we started riding the horse. But I do not want that you also tell lie. For you, it should be, or it is the first morning only. This is what I want you to tell if we are caught. I think we should stop here only. Okay, rest of the concluding part we will do in the next video. And now two videos are with you. I think with this much you might be able to understand much of the things. Okay, take 2 3 readings, very serious readings, then only you will be able to get to know, because you are to ultimately do the questions also. I think for today's we can say video, this is enough.